Hey guys, my name is James, and today I'm going to be talking about the Nintendo Direct that just happened. Just finished about 20 minutes ago as I'm recording this. I'm not going to talk about every single item that they talked about, but I'm going to talk about the ones that are important to me. If there are some that are important to you that you want to know my thoughts on, let me know down below in the comment section. Also, while you're here, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss anything. I've been trying to put on more videos lately, but as always, I appreciate that you're here. Anyway, they started out the Nintendo Direct with announcing that Pyra and Mithra are coming to Smash Bros. Um, I'm under the impression that this is one single fighter, similar to what's it called? Similar to Ice Climbers, or that it's a fighter and an Echo fighter. It wasn't entirely clear to me, but I also didn't really look into it afterwards, and either. Fall Guys is coming to Switch, which currently I think is only available on PS4 and 5, I guess, and PC. So that's pretty cool. Outer Wilds. So they started it out. There was a headline that said 22 minutes till the solar system resets or something like that. And I thought that that was the name of the game. So pretty clearly I've never played Outer Wilds before, but based off of what they showed today in the Direct, it looks really cool. I think that it's on Xbox Game Pass though, so I'm probably not going to get it on Switch. But that was one of them that kind of jumped out at me. I didn't really know anything about Outer Wilds, except it came out around the same time as Outer Worlds, which is an Obsidian game. Let's see. Oh, next thing, which first thing that they showed that I'm probably gonna get is Mario Golf Super Rush. Yeah, a golf game. I remember Mario sports games were huge during like the GameCube time, and then when they kind of went on hiatus during the Wii and Wii U, and they when we got to the Switch, they finally made a return with Mario Tennis Aces, which I played and enjoyed. It was a little harder than I wanted it to be, but I'm looking forward to trying out Mario Golf Super Rush when it comes out June 25th. The next thing that kind of jumped out to me was they just called it Project Triangle Strategy, which they let us know that it's a working title, and this is the only game that they showed, one of the only two games that they showed that is not actually going to release until 2022. But they did let us know that there's a demo available today. They said that it would be available after the thing is done. So I'm actually probably gonna try out that demo because I thought the tactical strategy style of it looked really cool. I don't know that I've really played another game like that. There was a game I had on my DS years ago that was a Age of Empires tactical RPG. I want to say it was called Age of Empires, like Age of Kings or something on DS. You can look it up. I loved that game. I played the crap out of that game. But it reminded me of that, which got my interest. So I'll definitely check out the demo. Yeah, but that's another one that I'm probably gonna keep my eye on. Hades, which is one that is that's been on my list for a while that I've been meaning to check out, which I actually didn't know Hades is getting a physical release. I didn't know that it was digital only. But honestly, I'm kind of glad that I haven't picked it up yet because it means that I can get it physical, which I prefer to get games physical, especially Switch games, because it means that I can play them in my Switch, and then also my wife can play them in her Switch. Yeah. Anyway, Hades Physical is coming out March 19th. I might pre-order that if it looks like it's going to be like a limited edition of a physical release. Otherwise, I might just pick it up later in the year. Then, okay, skipping almost all the way to the end of my notes. They did confirm that Breath of the Wild 2, that we weren't getting any information on Breath of the Wild 2 today, but we are going to get some information later this year, which I think is not huge, but I think that's good information. They also said that the development of Breath of the Wild 2 is going very well, which is much better than anything they told us about the development of the first Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I wanted to hear more about that game, but what can we do? The first Breath of the Wild, they took their time with it, and it ended up being one of my favorite games ever. Yeah. Next thing that they showed was Skyward Sword HD. So Skyward Sword is coming to Switch. At first, it looked like it was going to force you to play with the 2 Joy-Cons and use them as you would have with the sword and shield, or the remote and nunchuck in the original game, which I don't know if I've ever said this on my channel, but I've definitely said this on other channels. Every time I'm on any other channel, I make sure to say that I think Skyward Sword is one of the worst controlling Zelda games. That it feels like they needed a gimmick to sell the new motion controls, and they built a Zelda game around that. It doesn't feel... The original Skyward Sword, to me, felt like they built the game around the controls instead of fitting those controls into an already existing game. But they did announce that you are going to be fully able to play with just a Pro Controller if you want. And they did show a little bit about how the motion controls will work into that, and I actually think it looks really cool. Oh, and I almost forgot. So Skyward Sword HD is launching on Switch July 16th. And then there's going to be a Hylian Shield and Master Sword set of Joy-Con that are also launching July 16th. Which, this is really cool. I'm going to get up from my video for a second, and I'll be back in a second because I want to show this. So, the original Skyward Sword on the Wii also launched with a controller. Dang, it's hard to see. But it's the 25th anniversary Wii remote. There we go. I think it's really cool. This is my favorite Wii remote, and I needed a Wii remote for this one because Skyward Sword requires the Wii Motion Plus controls, and this remote has the the Wii Motion Plus built in. Anyway, just something I wanted to share with y'all real quick. Cool. And then the last thing that they showed was Splatoon 3, which I'm not a Splatoon fan. I've never played any of the Splatoon games, but I know that Splatoon has a huge following. I saw a guy on Twitter right after the Direct that said if that all they had shown was Splatoon 3, he would have been satisfied. So I'm happy for that fan base that they are getting another game in their series, even though it's nothing really for me. So that was the end of the Direct. But I want to talk about my thoughts on the Direct as a whole. I feel like a lot of people are going to look at this Direct and say that it's not really that great. So even on my list, there's probably only 4 or 5 games out of the 40 or 50 that they showed that I want to play. But I don't really think that that's such a big deal. So all of these games that they showed are coming out this year. If they had shown 20 games that I wanted to play, I'm not going to play 20 games on my Switch this year. I'm just not. And considering that it's only February and that we're probably going to get more Nintendo Directs, and they announced Skyward Sword HD, but they didn't really allude that this is the big thing that they're doing for Zelda's 35th anniversary. And we've also got Pokemon's 35th anniversary. No. Pokemon's 25th anniversary. Maybe. I don't know. I'm more than happy with this Direct. Anyway, let me know down below in the comment section what you thought of this Direct. As always, thank you so much for watching. You can keep up with me on Twitter at James_Solar and on WordPress at wordpress.com/JamesGames and more. Thanks, guys.